Hey. With the great fall 2022 anime season coming to a close, or it's probably close already by the time you're watching this video, I want to talk about the shows that I will be watching in the next season of anime winter of 2023. And unlike last time where I said I would be watching the shows and movies for fall of 2022, then I ended up watching basically none of them except for this trash. I will actually watch the show that I'm going to be talking about this time, or at least I'm going to give the show a try. Maybe watch a few episodes, and if I don't like it, I'll just drop it. But anyways, let's just start. Not surprised at all, this is probably going to be the show that everyone's going to be talking about next season, because I mean, just from looking at this list, there's really no other show that could stand up to this show. Everything in this show is so unique and well written. All of the characters in Vinland has a purpose and a goal that they want to achieve, and on the way there, they have made some incredible character development. I have watched every single episode of this show and will probably watch every single episode of this next season as well. And when I was watching this show, I don't see an actual main character at all. I don't know if people view this show differently as how I view it, or the author's just writing the character this way, but there is really no true main character in this show at all. Even at the earlier stage of the show, after I finished the part where Thorfinn's dad dies, I still don't think there's actually a true main character at all. I think this show is bigger than just Thorfinn himself, because if you look at the massive world Vinland Saga, there are political issues, economic issues, family issues, and more that comes into play. It's not about slicing heads with good animation or revenge. And the final episode the last season told us this. When Askeladd died, he basically told Thorfinn that there's a bigger world out there for him to worry about, rather than just some dumb meaningless revenge. And with Askeladd gone, I'm a little nervous of how this next season is gonna go. I might enjoy it a little less, because just like how most people watch this show, I'm a big fan of Askeladd as well. This old man's probably one of the most interesting character in the show, and it's not even a contest. Without Askeladd, Vinland Saga isn't the same in my opinion. He makes up for all the greatest scene in this show. He's the mastermind behind every plan, and a lot of the characters change because of him. He is the one that makes most of the biggest story changing events in this show. I mean, for Christ's sake, he legit just changed the whole entire nation by killing the king. He also raised Thorfinn for a long period of time as well. But anyways, even with Askeladd gone, I'm still super excited for this season. I just like this anime in general. There's no other anime out there that talks about the age of the Vikings like this one. Or if I'm not aware that there's one out there, it's probably not better than this one. Look at what we have here. The greatest trash is coming back for another season. When I saw the announcement of season 2, I had the biggest smile ever. And I want this season to be even worse than the last season. With shows like this, the worse you make it, the better it is. I want more girls singing while Honest does his OP protagonist thing. I want more edginess and more cringe than ever. And I have no doubt that they will deliver this. I'm excited to see how they can make Anos even more stupidly overpowered. Dude is literally killing people with his heartbeat. Maybe this time around he can kill people with his aura. I don't know. But hopes are high, and I don't see how this show can fail. Because the worse that the story and the character gets, the better it is. Just don't make the animation trash, and I think everything will be fine with this show. But I think the most important part is I want to see more cringe and awkwardness when the girls sing properly. The cute yandere, tsundere, flat-chested girl is back for a second attack. Seriously, though, when's this guy gonna go some balls and confess to a president? Because I mean, let's just be honest, Press is legit the best girl of this show. And yes, I only like her for her ad sets. Those things are literally a form of art. I don't usually watch rom-com anime because I've seen enough of it already, and it's pretty much super predictable for me at this point, but I still enjoyed the first season of this show somewhat. If you like rom-com, this is the show for you. It's a pretty wholesome show and the characters have pretty unique personalities. I'll be giving the second season of this show a shot, but I honestly don't think I will be watching every single episode of this show, because in the end it's just another generic rom-com. I will probably only see the episode with the president in it, otherwise I wouldn't watch every episode. But those of you out there who like romantic comedies, this is for you. I will highly recommend it. This is a good show, and probably a yaoi show in disguise as well. I mean, the fanbase is very LGBT friendly. That should explain everything. But Stray Dog is very good, and this is definitely the type of show for a certain niche of people, I think. I know a lot of people haven't heard about this show even after 3 seasons have aired, and this is mainly because it's not for everyone. Stray Dog is kind of like a detective anime. These guys are assigned a mission, and they go around using their superpowers and defeating the bad guys and then getting paid. I've only seen the first season of this show, and I would not be surprised at all if the 4th season is just as good. I have completely forgot about this show, but I'll come back and watch it again. I could see how this show's not that popular. It's an easy to forget show, and it's a yaoi. And most leads are dudes, and most dudes are not interested in yaoi. But you like the detective animes and with superpowers mixed within it, this will probably be the show for you. Bro, I have never seen a bunch of middle schoolers be so violent before, and I love it. Bro, though, why did they have to make these guys middle schoolers? They could have been high schoolers, maybe college, or in their case, probably school dropout. I mean, what middle schoolers goes around fighting, joining gangs, wearing gang clothes, tattoos on their bodies, and using their weapon to fight? But with them being middle schoolers aside, this show is actually freaking hype. The fight is amazing. Every punch that they throw, you can hear it clearly. If you really get into this show, you can feel how violent it is. Bloods are flying everywhere. People are just punching each other non-stop. There's sexual harassment. The story for this show is alright in my opinion. I think the time traveling type of anime is a little overdone at this point. I mean, the concept of this show is basically the exact same as Steins Gate. He travels back in time to save the people that he loves. In this case, his crush. And Satoru did the same thing as well by trying to save his his mom, but I don't think the story or the plot is the main focus of this show. The focus is the fighting, and this show delivers on the fighting very well. If you just want to watch a bunch of kids beating the living crap out of each other, this is a show for you. I have never hated a character's voice so much in my entire life. I have watched Black Clover since day one. Day one, alright? When the first episode this show released, I watched it because I thought that the trailer looked cool and it was probably gonna be the next great shonen anime, which it is. And even till this day, I still don't like Asa's voice whatsoever. When he does the I just want to hate the show. I will most likely watch this movie in dub. Hopefully they have a dub. Like, I cannot sit through the sub if he just keeps screaming. I just can't do it. My brain just finds this noise and his screaming so irritating. But the question that I have is, why doesn't this show just make another season rather than a movie? I have heard that they don't have enough materials to work with for another season, but I would rather just save the budget for the next season. Black Clover doesn't seem like the type of anime to have a good movie. But this is just my opinion though. I could 100% be wrong on this. Black Clover needs like 30 to 40 episodes to explain everything out clearly, for everything to make sense and for everyone to understand. I'm just worried that it's gonna be a little rushed out and not everything's gonna be thoroughly explained. But I will be giving this movie a watch, and I hope I'm wrong about this and this movie just becomes the next Mugen Train or something where it sells like crazy. I haven't watched Black Clover through and through, but I have seen enough of it to know where the story is going, and the story for this show is not bad at all. The show has its cool moments except for when Asa screams, but I hope this movie turns out good, and it's probably going to have an epic fight scene, which is what I'm waiting for when I watch this show anyways. Yes, I know I'm a perverted freak. Now, I would not recommend any of you guys to watch this show unless you are perverted like me and you just want to see some animated titties. Otherwise, this show is a waste of time. I would say that most animes are a waste of time and they don't really teach you anything besides just giving you entertainment, but this show is even more of a waste of time. This show doesn't teach you anything, nor is it entertaining. If you like half-naked anime girls doing random things, this is your show. I'll probably watch this show for a couple episodes and then forget about it. I have never played this game before, nor do I know what the story is about. I just saw a clip of 2B's robotic ass climbing a ladder, and now I want to watch this show. I've heard about this game before, but I've never really paid any attention to it, mainly because I'm not really into cyborgs fighting each other. But if it's a hot AI cyborg who is that naked that is fighting, I'm interested. I'll just come out and be real. I really just want to see 2B's ass in this anime. When her ass appears, I'm gonna be watching through the screen. Now that I said that out loud, that sounded very creepy and weird. If they decide to go full Disney PG-13 and censor everything, this will be the worst anime of this season, period. This could either be the most funniest show of this season or it could be completely terrible. This seems like a strictly comedy show with trash memes in it. I wouldn't recommend this show to any of you guys because I don't know if it's actually funny or not. If this show turns out to be unfunny, which it most definitely is, I don't want to waste you guys' time. But yeah, that's it. These are the shows that stood out to me the most for this season. The main ones that I would personally recommend for you guys to watch is Vinland Saga, The Misfit King Academy, and the Black Clover movie, because I know for a fact that these shows are entertaining to watch. There are like 4 other honorable mentions as well. Is It Want to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon, The Angel Next Door, Spy Classroom, and Kubo Won't Let Me Be Invisible. I didn't put these shows on this list because I already know they're a little overdone already. The Dungeon was just a waifu simulator. Dude's gotta catch them all. And this show has been going for too long. The Angel Next Door sounds like a typical rom-com anime with the twist being that the girl is too perfect. And you know, since she's blonde and they're trying to make her best girl, she seems like a worse version of Marn. Marn just straight up outrank her in every single way. Plus, Marn's more fun to hang around with. But if you're into relaxing rom-com, this is the show for you. This is just cute anime girls doing cute anime girl stuff. If you're into cute anime girls doing cute things, this is for you. But for me, nah, I seen enough. And this is just another typical boring rom-com. Overall, Winter of 2023 for anime is pretty good, but I think compared to last season, yeah, I'm not even gonna compare to last season. Last season was godlike. Last season was like the best season out many seasons. There are like 5 godly shows that popped up. All 2022 season is probably one of the best season in anime history. But yeah, that's it. This season honestly ain't looking too bad. There's some decent shows that you can watch. If you enjoyed this video, like and sub later. Bro, I swear, 2B's robotic ass isn't climbing the ladder, I'm gonna be so disappointed.